Got to hand it to Mrs. Morris, don't you?
Yeah, she's the only one who's ever given two hoots about any of us.
Now, hang on. I didn't say she was the one who left the paper for me. What are you trying to do, get her into trouble?
Oh, come off it, Lizzie. It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. It didn't tell us much, did it? We still don't know if Bee's all right or not.
Are you Ralph?
Depends who wants him.
I'm Lindy. Helen Smart said you could help me out.
Oh, old Helen. Yeah, we might be able to do business.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple, Mrs. Powell. Miss Ferguson's got us all insured against punishment like that. And she owes us all $5 each.
Yes, she does.
The hell are you on about, Birdsworth?
We've all lost our privileges since Bee went over the wall.
So,
we've all paid our insurance, and that means we can all make a claim. Isn't that right, girls?
Yeah. Fair's fair. We want our dough, so you better pay up.
insurance scheme, eh? Tell me more.
You're running it. That's all we need to know.
Accusing an officer is a very serious charge, Daniels. Wouldn't you say so, Mrs. Powell?
Yes, it certainly is, Miss Ferguson.
Perhaps you'd like to repeat it to the Governor and fill her in on the illegal activities you claim are going on.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things we could tell her about smuggling and insurance and the screw that's getting a chop.
Yeah. Reckon you could do your job over something like that?
No officer would risk her job bringing in goods for you lot. But we do know that there's smuggling going on, and I'm sure the Governor would be most interested in which prisoners are involved.
We've got a thing or two that I reckon we could tell her about a screw's involvement. What do you reckon, everyone? What's the matter with you buggers?
And a change of heart, have you? I thought so. And the next time you go sounding off, you'll all be up on charges.
All right, everyone inside. Unless, of course, you've got something else you want to say.
What's the matter with you two? You heard the bell. Playtime's over. Don't go reading any fairy stories, Birdsworth. You might start confusing things again.
Dirty mongrel! And a great bloody help you lot were.
Geez, what could we do, Lizzie? She's got a way of looking right through you.
You could have backed me up, that's what you could have done, instead of shoving off with your bloody tails between your legs. Oh.
Yeah, well, I did my best, Lizzie.
Yeah, you did, love, but nobody else did. We had something on her for a change. All we had to do was stand together.
You had nothing on her, you stupid old bitch. She's a pro. She didn't even bat an eyelid.
I reckon she was running scared.
Bull. She had you, and she knew it. You should have all listened to me.
Oh, fat little good that would have done.
Whatever that bitch Clark told the screws, they couldn't prove a thing against me. But now, thanks to our lagger here, they know for sure there's a racket going on.
Don't you call me a lagger!
Why not? Davo's going to be looking at whoever's running this insurance scheme, isn't she?
Yeah, the freak.
And if she decides it's not the freak, she's going to start looking at us. They're going to tighten up things so much around here, we won't be able to get so much as a burnt-out fag into this joint from now on.
Well, from what you've just seen, and with Julian Clark's report, it's obvious that Ferguson is involved to some degree. Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mackenzie wasn't the mastermind behind the whole scheme. Well, the sooner we get to the bottom of it, the better. It's not going to be easy, though. But you'd wonder how there'd be any profit in a scheme that pays out every time the women are punished. Well, it certainly explains why solitary and extra duties were so popular. But if Ferguson is helping the women, I can't understand why they're broadcasting it. Well, I've got no idea. Unless, of course, she's crossed them in some way. Or she could say they're just setting her up. Which could be the case, of course. Yeah, doubt that. But we've already found out how difficult it is to prove her dealings with the women. Well, you'd better bring in Daniels and Birdsworth. If they've got any definite proof that Ferguson is involved, we'll finally have something concrete to put before the department.
What'll it be? Gin. I'm make it a double.
Hard day.
Yeah. Aren't they all? Gets you that way sometimes.
Buy you a drink?
I already got one.
I'll get you another one.
Oh, rack up. Well, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody.
Okay. No harm in trying.
Girl ought to be able to come and have a quiet drink if she likes. Yeah. Has this place got a band or anything?
This goes next door. Starting up in an hour or two. Not too bad if you want it loud.
Louder the better.
I would like to know how this insurance scheme works and the people involved.
Works like any other insurance racket. You pay up when you get nicked your claim.
I see. And who gets paid?
Miss Ferguson gets it all in the end.
Who pays Miss Ferguson?
Oh, God, does that matter? It's Miss Ferguson you got to get because she's a bloody bed screw.
If I am to take this matter further, I need names and facts.
We gave you a name. Ferguson.
There's obviously more than one person involved in this scheme. I have a fair idea who it is, but I need confirmation.
Mrs. Davidson, you know we can't lag.
And I can't help you unless you cooperate. Very well, Mrs. Powell. Take them back to the recreation room.
Oh, but that's not fair. We're the ones getting ripped off.
Yeah, and all the rest of it.
Lizzie, you refuse to give me any names. The women wouldn't back you up in the garden. There's nothing I can do to help you.
They're all scared, that's why.
Just tell us, Birdsworth.
Now I know how Bea felt when we all chickened out on her. She must have felt really lonely and useless. Well, she's not here now, and I hope if they ever catch her, they don't bring her back to this dump because you don't give a stuff about us. We could all rot for all you care.
Ferguson's on her way. Thank you, Mrs. Powell. What did you make of Lizzie's outburst? Well, she certainly confirmed there's some scheme running. We'll have to do something about it. The department will think that the security regulations here are laughable. Oh, surely this time they'll see exactly where the problem lies. Well, Ted Douglas is coming over for drinks at my place this evening. Perhaps we could have an informal talk about it.
Well, wish you luck. You wanted to see me, Governor?
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Powell. Miss Ferguson, the women tell me you're running an insurance scheme.
Just another one of their tricks. They soon became very quiet when I threatened to bring them to you about it.
Yes, I know they're unwilling to talk about it. I also have a fair idea why.
Are you accusing me of anything, Governor?
No, but I do have to take the matter seriously. They are not the only complaints I've received.
You mean Jill Clark?
Yes.
Her reports are hardly factual.
Why do you say that?
The women knew from the beginning that she was working for the department. They probably fed her all kinds of rot.
I am taking that into account. I'm curious to know how you found out about her.
Any fool could have picked it. She asked too many questions. Her cover was sloppy, and she had no conviction.
How do you know that?
Well, I thought it rather strange when you and Mr. Douglas visited her in solitary. So I rang the courts.
You had no right to do that. It did not concern you.
I thought it did.
Very well. I have no proof